Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be learning how to solve radical equation. So before I start, what is radical equation? Radical equation is any equation that have unknown variable within the square root. For instance, we can have a root s is equal to what? 4. It's a radical equation because unknown variable we have there is what? S, and it's inside the what? The square root. And how do we solve radical equation? The first step to solve every radical equation is to find the square root of both sides. For instance, based on this now, we can just find the square root of both sides, which will give us what? Root s to the power of 2 equals to what? 4 to the power of 2. Then these two will cancel what? This square root. So what remains is s, which is equals to what? 4 to the power of 2 is what? Is 16. But this is not the main equation I want us to solve today. The first example is example 1. If we have 2 to the square root of s plus 1 plus s is equal to what? 7. This is what? A radical what? Equation. Because the unknown variable s is within the what? The square root. So what do? In this case, we have to what? Rearrange it first. Because this s and this we are what? They are rational numbers. So in doing that, this becomes 2 root what? S plus 1 is equal to 7. Remove this s that we have here to the other side. This gives us minus what? X. That is step 1. Then step 2 will do what? We square both sides. Square both sides. Square both sides will give us what? 2 root what? S plus 1 all square is equal to 7 minus s all square. So the power 2 here will affect these 2. So before we use this one to cancel this, 2 square will give us 4 into the bracket of what? This cancel this, which have what? Which give us s plus what? 1. Close it. And this 7 minus s square is the same thing as 7 minus s and 7 minus what? S. So what we do next? We expand. Expand means what? This time this gives us what? 4s. This time this gives us what? Plus 4 is equals to 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times minus s is minus 7s. Minus s times 7 is minus 7s. Then minus times minus is plus. S times s is s squared. Rearrange this, we have 7s plus 4, which is equal to 49 minus what? 14s. Minus 7 give us minus 14 plus what? S squared. Then if 4s plus 4 is equal to 49 minus 14s plus s squared, then we can still rewrite it as s squared minus 14s plus 49 is equal to 4s plus what? 4. Nothing happened to this. We just rearrange it. Take this one to this side and this one to what? To this. Then we arrange this equation. We have s squared minus 14s. Move this plus 4 to this other side. Become what? Minus 4s plus 49. This one to this other side become what? Minus what? 4, which is equal to 0. At the end, you have what? S squared minus 18s plus 45 is equal to what? 0. You see that the radical equation lead to what? To quadratic what? Equation. And we all know that we have what? 3 basic methods of solving a quadratic equation. We can use any of the method. Either we use factorization method, or we use completing the square method, or we use a formula what? Method. But in this video, I want us to use what? Factorization what? Method. So to solve this particular equation using factorization, the first thing to do is what? Look for 2 numbers. Multiply this by this. the first and the last give us plus 45s squared. Now, we look for two factors of 45 that we can multiply to give us the same 45 and add it together to get what? Minus 18. And the two factors of what? 45 we have will be what? Will be minus 15 times 3. Minus 15 and minus what? 3. Minus 15s minus 3s plus 45 is equal to 0. Because minus 15 minus 3 give us minus what? 18. Minus times minus give us plus. 15 times 3 give us what? 45. So factor this out. The factors of s squared and minus 15s is s into the bracket of s minus 15. The factors of minus 3 and 45 is minus 3 into the bracket of s. Use this sign, the minus here, to multiply by this plus. Minus times plus give us minus. We have minus there. 45 divided by 3 is what? 15. We have this equals to 0. Then we have s minus 3. The two factors outside, put them in one of the brackets. Then the same bracket, you pick one of them and write it here, which equals to what? 0. If product of two numbers, we all know that if product of two numbers is equal to 0, it means any of them can be equal to what? 0. That means s minus 3 is equal to 0, or s minus 15 is equal to 0. Then we arrange it, s equals to 0 plus 3, or s equals to 0 plus what? 15. At the end we have what? S equals to what? 3, or s is what? 15. But we will not stop here, because we want to find the value of s that will give us this solution. Let's say that when s is what? Let's use 15 for instance. When s is 15, if you substitute it into this equation, we have what? Replace s with 15, we'll get what? 2 to the root of what? 15 plus 1 plus s. Want to check plus 15, sorry. We want to check if the result of this will be equal to what? Is 7. Then 15 plus 1 is 16. 2 root 16 plus what? 15. Square root of 16 is 4. 4 times 2 is what? 8 plus 15. You see that what? This will give us what? 23. That means that what? S equals to 5 is not what? The solution. Then we try what? When s is 3, what do we have? And repeat the same process. That means 2 root s plus 1 plus s. 2 to the root of what? S is 3 plus 1 plus 3. 2 to the root of what? 4 plus 3. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4 plus what? 3, which is equal to what? 7. Therefore, s, the value of s is equal to what? 7. Thank you. And if you like this video, I want you to share, comment, so that you can get more of this video. Thank you.